Pranav, how are you, sir? Ruben Amorim's release clause at Sporting Lisbon is worth €50 million, £12.8 million, dropping to £10 million in 2025. But we can't wait till 2025, so we've got to pay I think it's €17 million, but either way, there or thereabouts. And look, I think we will. If he's the right candidate, go pay it. But I have to say, what we can't have happening here is Ruben Amorim getting away. Like, there are going to be a lot of coaches in demand this summer, and he's going to be one of them. And I'm sure we will move quickly, but it really is important now that Michael Edwards, that Richard Hughes, and of course FSG make sure that they conduct this process as quickly as possible and that we get the number one target. Noe Deer said, Inacio and Diamande package deal with Amorim, I'll take it. So on Diamande, I don't think we could afford Diamande based off some of the numbers that I've seen being mentioned. Of the Sporting Lisbon centre-backs, Diamande seems to be the one that's attracting a lot of attention from many clubs, whereas Inacio, it's a little bit quieter. One thing that's kind of been taken over in my brain over the past 24 hours since we learned about Amorim being the number one choice pretty much is the centre-back situation. So looking into his system again last night just to confirm, it is the 3-4-3 system that he prefers to play with. And as we spoke about yesterday, that system with Amorim is very proficient at conducting a low block. But it does play with three centre-backs. So I would suggest we're probably going to see a couple of centre-backs come through the door this summer. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Sepp van den Berg comes back into the fold. I just think that with the system he plays, we're going to need to sign two centre-backs. So I expect that to be an area that we look to get active in pretty soon in the summer transfer window. Just go through some more of your comments. I think if Amorim comes in, we're going to sell two forwards and buy two centre-backs. I think we could probably envision selling a winger if Amorim comes in, yes. I think we could find a way, if Mo signed a new deal, to incorporate Mo into Amorim's system, or find a way, because let's be honest, it's Mo. You find a way. But I do think you're right on the centre-backs. It certainly does lend itself to us needing another couple of centre-backs. I can't stand Tuchel. He's a douchebag, said Izzy. There you go. Izzy saying it like it is. I love it. Well played, Izzy. Melissa Reddy. Somebody who, again, I've got the utmost respect for as a journalist. Melissa Reddy said, Liverpool's extensive contacts in Portugal mark Ruben Amorim out as a leading candidate. His progressive style, how quickly he won over the Sporting fans despite his Benfica history, his first full season in charge, which has shades of what Xabi Alonso was doing now. So, again, I have spoken before about Liverpool's extensive contacts, mainly through the help of Pep Linders as well, in Portugal. And Ruben Amorim has been somebody that has always been high up on Liverpool's list. I don't think anyone's going to hide the fact that Alonso was the number one choice. I think we can all agree in an ideal world Xabi Alonso would have been the guy. But he made his decision. We have to respect that. And I've always said to you since this process has been underway, for me, it was Xabi Alonso, then Ruben Amorim, and then quite a drop to the next candidates, in my opinion. But I am happy that Amorim seems to be the preferred choice. I'm not going to say the next manager yet. I'm getting close to saying the next manager, I won't lie to you, but not quite yet. What else have we got? Amorim plays with two wingers in this game. Maybe he's already preparing for Liverpool. Wingers or wing backs? Because usually in that system of his, there's wing backs in it. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Look, we'll go through some more information. So let's start with this. This comes from Ian Doyle of The Echo. The favoured target is now Sporting Lisbon boss Ruben Amorim, whose success in Portugal and style of play have made him an attractive proposition. Liverpool know they cannot afford to waste time should they decide Amorim is their man. And that's kind of the angle I wanted to go with tonight, is no wasting time, no hanging about. We all knew that we had to wait for Alonso. If it was going to be Xabi Alonso, we knew we had to wait. We don't have to wait for Amorim. We can get this sorted. We can come to an agreement, pay that release clause to Sporting, and make sure that at the end of the season he departs from Sporting Lisbon to Liverpool. No hanging around, please. Get it done. We can't afford another situation like Timo Werner or Jude Bellingham, or lots of talk, but no action. We do have a sporting director now. The club always said they wanted to make sure that a sporting director was in place before the managerial search, and to be fair, they've been true to their word. But now that we do have the sporting director position filled, as well as, of course, Michael Edwards being back, time to act, time to get it done. My fear is Amorim is another Villas-Boas. I mean, look, there's a risk. I'm not going to sit here and say Ruben Amorim's going to come in and be amazing. Of course, it's a risk. And I guess what we're doing right now is trying to mitigate that risk as much as possible. And that's why such intricate groundwork is being done by Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, Will Spearman, and the others who are conducting the search. How does Ruben have similarities to Klopp as a person? Man management skills. That's what I would say. He is very good at endearing himself to his players, to the fans, and just getting it, if that makes sense to you. Like, if we talk about Jurgen at Liverpool, we'll all say not only does he have the managerial acumen, he just gets it. He gets what it is to be Liverpool manager, and he got it from the minute he came through the door. I think Ruben Amorim's the same type of character. Stylistically, as a manager or a coach, different in the way that they play. But everything I've read on Amorim, and I've said this to you guys over the past few weeks, he just seems to have great bonds with his players. And to win over the Sporting fans, having had that Benfica background, is not easy to do. So I think we've got the potential of a special coach. But there's no guarantees. He's got to kind of be successful. But if we can't get Alonso, he's top of my list. And that makes me somewhat confident. But it is a risk. There's always going to be a risk with a new coach. He hugs his players. There you go. I mean, that's all you need, right? Just to hug the old players. Craig, what is Amorim's style of play? I mean, very difficult to break that down into a few sentences, but I did try in the Ruben Amorim Everything You Need to Know About video. I know it was during the international break and a lot of you are probably busy doing other things, but I have more detail in that video than I can give you here now. So if you do get a chance, just have a watch of it where I do speak about the style of play in transition, defensively, formations, and how he utilises each player. And I don't have those notes in front of me right now, but if you watch that video, it is only about 8 or 9 minutes long and it's all in there. Right, some more of your comments. Alex, thank you for your super chat, Alex. Said, I think Amorim could be smart. We always get our second choice and it always pays off. Back three, though. So, I gotta be honest, Alex, I've been wanting us to play with a back three for a while. I knew it was most likely not going to happen under Jurgen, but when we were looking at Alonso and Amorim, most of the guys, or a good few of them, do play with a back three. So I'm excited by it. It's a modern trend, I guess. It's a bit hipsterish, but I think it'll work for us. And I even think if you look at the fullbacks that we do have, you know, Bradley, Trent, Robbo, Costas, they could absolutely operate as wing backs as well. Centre-back wise, we'll be a little bit short. I do think we'll need to add a couple in over the summer. I'm intrigued to see what happens with Sepp van den Berg because the reports of his loan spell at Mainz have been quite promising. Will he be good enough though to make that step up? Not sure. But if we don't, I'm sure we'll get a few quid from if the club decide to part ways. Will he bring Gonzalo Inacio with him? Maybe, or maybe Diamonde, I don't know. But I like the idea of a back three. I do. I like the idea of us switching it up because we've been so programmed to a 4-3-3 of some variation for so long now that I'm not against it. You know, new manager, new formation, new style, new way to look forward to it.